Now that the elections are over, the divide is still there. And we can bring healing. And this is what I want to talk to you about. I want to encourage you in some things that we can do that make a difference. So I'll just give you about at least maybe 4 things. The first thing that I want to talk about is engage in respectful dialogue with those who hold different political views. Man, I'm watching this on social media and it's just blowing my mind where people are fighting and arguing among friends. Yes, you heard me correctly. And so this is how you can overcome them. I've seen posts where people are unfriending people because they have chosen to be on a different political side. My goodness, we are missing the point. So here's what we can do. We can start by engaging in respectful dialogue with those who hold different political views. So what you could do is practice active listening without interrupting. We're so quick, we want others to know how we feel. But if you just practice listening without interrupting the other person, you'll be surprised that you might hear something that you have totally missed. You can ask genuine questions to understand others' perspectives. And if you took the time out, it'll shed some light to things that you had not seen before. And then acknowledge valid points even when disagreeing, because you know, and I know, that many times we may not like what they stand for or they're making a point, and it doesn't make sense. Here's the second thing that you can do. Focus on policies and ideas rather than personal attacks. Okay? Maybe discussing specific proposals and their potential impacts versus just dismissing them. Here's what's important. Use factual information from reliable sources. I'm sad to say this, but our media is sharing more of their opinion versus facts. Because they might not like a political party, a political figure, they come up with all kinds of craziness. And guess what? It is affecting your relationship and mine. Here's another thing that I see on social media. Avoid inflammatory language or stereotyping. Avoid them. Don't be so quick to post things that you may regret later. And then the fourth thing we can do is, the third thing. The third thing we could do is seek common ground where possible, while respectfully acknowledging differences. If you talk to people, if you listen to them, you will see that you can identify shared values and goals. How about focusing on those things? Focus on areas of agreement before addressing disagreements, and it'll change your conversation. Remember that most people want what's best for their communities. So here's the fourth thing that you can do. Advocate for a political discourse that values human dignity and rejects violence. I don't know if you've been watching the news, but I want to say to you, speak out against hate speech and threats. What we ought to be doing is promote peaceful problem solving. And at the end of the day, support the democratic process and institutions. So I just wanted to share this from our heart so that I believe that, especially as Christians, we can make a difference. And even if you are not a Christian, I've given you something to think about where you can play your part in bringing healing post-election. America is still a great country. This is the best place you can ever be. And I hope and I pray that you feel the same way about whichever country you are watching from. But I want you to know that everyone who lives in America is blessed. Encourage someone with this message. Be a blessing to others. And I will see you with more encouragement in my next video.